When this case occurred, Western Australia had implemented criminal provisions aimed at reducing car theft, but it was clear that the focus of the law was not on protection of property rights, but a reduction in the dangerous driving associated with car theft and joyriding. Danelle Miller, then 16, was a car thief. She stole a car in Perth, picked up a relative, Moran Miller, and they began joyriding. Moran Miller began to drive dangerously and erratically. Danelle Miller demanded that he stop and let her out of the car. He refused and later crashed the car, causing her serious injury. The question before the court was whether he could have a duty of care towards her in negligence, given that she had stolen a car and they were joyriding in it together. The majority in the High Court followed earlier authority that illegality on its own could not automatically rule out a duty of care. It was necessary to look at the law itself. On that basis, they found that it would be inconsistent for there to be a duty of care between two car thieves in circumstances where the purpose of the law was to try to prevent exactly the sort of crash that injured the plaintiff. Their Honours said, to conclude that the driver owed the passenger a duty to take reasonable care when driving would not be consistent with the purpose of the statute proscribing dangerous driving. However, this rule only applied when the two criminals were engaged in a joint criminal enterprise. The court found that in this case, Danelle had done everything she could to withdraw from the criminal enterprise as soon as Murren began driving dangerously. Had he stopped and let her out when she asked, then she would not have been in the car and would no longer have been participating in the crime when the crash occurred. Their Honours said, because Danelle had withdrawn from and was no longer participating in the crime of illegally using the car when the accident happened, it could no longer be said that Murren owed her no duty of care. From this case, we learn that illegality only eliminates duty of care if this is necessary for the purpose of the statute. And we learn that a person who seeks to withdraw from the criminal enterprise might then be owed a duty of care.